Good morning, everyone. This is lecture number 44 of Engineering Thermodynamics. Today we'll start from numerical number 5. A simple Rankine cycle works between pressure 28 bar and zero point zero 0.06 bar. The initial condition of steam being dry saturated. Calculate the cycle efficiency, work ratio, and specific steam consumption. This is a very simple problem and very short problem. In this, no specific word is mentioned, but here only pressure range is given, that is 28 bar and zero point zero 0.06 bar, and that we need to understand that maximum pressure is boiler pressure or the pressure at which steam is supplied to the turbine, and the minimum pressure is a condenser pressure. In Rankine cycle, maximum pressure is a boiler pressure and minimum pressure is a condenser pressure. Therefore, in this cycle, steam is generated at 28 bar and that steam is supplied to the turbine at 28 bar, and condenser pressure is a zero point zero 0.06, means turbine exhaust steam at zero point zero 0.06 bar and that steam is supplied to the condenser. The initial condition of a steam is being dry saturated. Initial condition is given, that is dry saturated. Suppose initial condition is superheated, then pressure and temperature should have been given in the problem, but here only pressure is given and it is directly mentioned that saturated, uh, the steam which is entering to the turbine is dry and saturated. It means entry to the turbine is a dry saturated. Suppose this dry saturated word is not mentioned in the problem and only pressure is given, then you can assume that the entry to the turbine is dry and saturated. Okay. Suppose value of dryness fraction is given, then entry is wet. Suppose if pressure and temperature both are given, then entry is superheated. Only pressure is given and it is mentioned that it is dry and saturated. Let us look at the diagram. It is a TS diagram. Point 1 is the entry to the turbine. Point 1 to 2, process 1 to 2 is isentropic expansion in turbine, and at point 1 at entry to the turbine it is a dry and saturated, it is mentioned in the problem. Boiler produces the steam at 28 bar. Okay. In boiler, heating takes place from point 4 to 1. Point 4 to 1 is a heat supplied in boiler. Then 1 to 2, expansion of a steam in turbine, it is isentropic expansion. Then 2 to 3, condensation, and 3 to 4 is a pumping. Condenser pressure is 0.08 bar. Now in this problem, we have to calculate cycle efficiency. Cycle efficiency means Rankine efficiency, work ratio, and specific steam consumption. To calculate cycle efficiency, what is the formula? Output by input. And what is the output? Net work by the turbine upon heat supplied. And net work by the turbine is turbine work minus pump work is the net work. Okay. Therefore, we need to calculate enthalpies at various points. Means at point 1, at point 2, 3, 4. Okay. We want enthalpies. Therefore, from the steam table at 28 bar and zero point zero 0.06 bar, at 28 bar from steam table, H1, we will take H1 is equal to Hg from steam table because point 1 is lying on saturation curve. It is dry saturated, therefore H1 is equal to Hg. S1 is equal to Sg from steam table. Then at 0.06 bar, 0.06 bar at point 2. At point 2, since point 2 is in a wet region, therefore we have to calculate HF2. We have to calculate H2 by using formula HF plus X HFG. Therefore, at pressure 0.06 bar at point 2, the value of HF is at 0.06 bar, value of HF from steam table is 151.5 kilojoule per kg. Then HFG 242415.9 kilojoule per kg. Then SF 0.521 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, SFG 7.809 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and VF 0.001 meter cube per kg. VF is required to calculate work required to drive pump. Now, since expansion in a turbine is isentropic, entropy at point 1 and entropy at point 2 is same. We know the entropy at point 1, that is Zg at 28 bar. Now, S2 is equal to SF2 plus X2 SFG2. We take help of entropy to calculate X2, just similar to the previous problem. Therefore, S2 is equal to SF2 plus X2 SFG2. Now, SF and SFG at 0.08 bar, sorry, 0.06 bar, we have taken from the steam table. Here only X2 is unknown, therefore we will get X2 as 0.728. Now we can calculate H2. H2 is equal to HF2 plus X2 HFG2. Then H2 is equal to 151.5 plus 0.728 into 2415.9 is equal to 1910.27 kilojoule per kg. Okay, now turbine work. Turbine work is a H1 minus H2. We calculated H1 and H2 both. We took H1 directly from steam table and H2 we calculated. Therefore, turbine work is equal to 2802 minus 1910.27 is equal to 891.73 kilojoule per kg. Now pump work. We have two formula to calculate pump work, that is HF4 minus HF3 and VF P1 minus P2. We know P1 and P2. P1 is a boiler pressure, P2 is condenser pressure, and VF is the specific volume at condenser pressure. Therefore, at condenser pressure, specific volume is 0.001. We have taken this VF from steam table at 0.06 bar. Now, P1 is 28 bar and P2 is 0.06 bar. Okay, now we want this is to be in kilojoule per kg, but bar means 10 raised to power 2 Newton per meter square or Pascal. Therefore, here I have converted bar into Pascal, then divided by 1000. Okay, we have done similar exercise in last numerical also. Instead of 10 raised to power 5 and 1000, we have taken 10 raised to power 2 only. Then HF4 is equal to HF3 plus pump work. HF4 is equal to HF3 plus pump work, and HF4 we got 154.29 kilojoule per kg. Now we can calculate net work. Net work is equal to turbine work minus pump work, and turbine work is 891.72 minus 2.79 is equal to 888.94 kilojoule per kg. This is the net work. Now heat supplied, we have to calculate. Cycle efficiency is equal to net work upon heat supplied, and heat supplied is H1 minus HF4. We have calculated H1, we have calculated HF4. We know the data. Now we can calculate as 888.94 upon 2802 minus 154.29, and we got 0.3357, that is 33.57%. Now next is work ratio. Work ratio, there are two types of work ratio, but only work ratio is asked to calculate. Therefore, we will calculate forward work ratio, and it is defined as the ratio of net work upon turbine work. Net work upon turbine work. Net work we have calculated as is 888.94, and turbine work is 891.73 is equal to 0.997. This is the work ratio. And next, specific steam consumption. Now, what is meant by specific steam consumption? Specific steam consumption means amount of steam required to get 1 kilowatt power output. Amount of steam required to get 1 kilowatt power output per hour. Therefore, unit of specific steam consumption is kg per kilowatt hour. Amount of steam required in kg for 1 kilowatt in hour. Okay, Since it is hour, therefore we'll multiply it by 3600 and we'll divide it by net work. 3600, it is the 1 hour, okay, it is second, divided by net work. Therefore 3600 upon 888.94, that is 4.049. Okay, now remaining problem are similar to the previous problem. Just we'll go through the problem. In a Rankine cycle, the steam inlet to the turbine is saturated at a pressure of 35 bar and the exhaust pressure is 0.02 bar. In last problem, it was 28 and 0.06, and in this problem it is 35 and 0.02. And it is asked to determine pump work, turbine work, Rankine efficiency, condenser heat flow, the dryness at the end of the expansion. Okay. Assume flow rate 9.5 kg per second. It is slightly different, so we will go through this problem. Now pressure and condition of a steam at the inlet of turbine. It is mentioned that at the inlet of turbine it is a saturated steam. Therefore at pressure P1 is 35 bar and X is equal to 1. Pressure P2 0.2 bar. Mass flow rate is given 9.5 kg per second. Okay, the same diagram at point 1, at point 2, point 3, point 4 we have to calculate enthalpies. Okay, at 35 bar from steam table H1 is equal to Hg 2802 and S1 is equal to Hg 6.1228 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now at point 0.26 bar HF 251.5 kilojoule per kg, HFG 2358.4 kilojoule per kg, then VF 0.001017 meter cube per kg, SF 0.8321, SFG 7.0773. Now these are the values. Let us look at the calculation part. Determine pump work. First of all, we have to determine pump work. Now what is pump work? Vf into P1 minus P2. Okay, here we have taken P4, P3, no problem. Here P1 is 35 bar and P2 is 0.02 bar. Okay, 35 minus 0.02 into 10 to the power 5 to convert into Pascal. Now multiply with Vf 0.001017. Then we get this answer in joule. Now divided by 1000 will get in kilojoule, 3.54 kilojoule per kg we got the pump work. Also we can calculate by using HF4 minus HF3 pump work. You can use both the expression or either or. Now power required to drive pump is, this is, look at here, 3.54 we have calculated kilojoule per kg, means for 1 kg of steam this is the power required, this is the work required. Now in this problem steam is given, mass of steam is given, therefore multiply it with a mass of steam is 9.5, therefore 9.5 multiply with pump work will get power required to drive pump, that is 33.63 kilowatt is the power required to drive pump. Now turbine work is a H1 minus H2. Now H1 is known to us, H2 is not given, therefore we have to calculate H2, and point 2 is in a wet region, therefore again we have to take help of entropy. We know entropy at point 1, same entropy can be used here because 1 to 2 is a isentropic process. Therefore S1 is equal to S2, and which is equal to SF2 plus X2 HFG2. SF2 and SFG2 is taken from steam table at 0.06 bar. Here S2 is equal to S1. Here only X2 is unknown. Therefore X2 is equal to 0.747. Now X2 is equal to HF2 plus X2 HFG2. We'll get H2 251.5 plus 0.747 into 2358.4, and we got 2013 kilojoule per kg is the H2. Now turbine work is equal to H1 minus H2. Okay, but we want turbine power because mass flow rate is given, mass flow rate is in kg per second. When we multiply kilojoule per kg with a kg per second, we'll get kilojoule per second, and kilojoule per second is a kilowatt. Whenever mass flow rate is given, you have to multiply with the mass flow rate to get work power output. Now m dot is 9.5, h1 2802, and h2 we calculated 2013, and power output is 7495.5 kilowatt. It may be noted that pump work 33.63 is a very small as compared to the turbine work. This is 7495.5 kilowatt. In this case, it is not mentioned that neglecting the pump work, therefore we required to calculate pump work. In we have taken one problem that in which it was directly mentioned that neglect the pump work. In that case, we do not need to calculate pump work. Next, ranking efficiency. Net work upon heat supplied. Now in this problem, even though it is not mentioned to neglect pump work, but in this numerical we have neglected the pump work. Therefore, we have taken h1 minus h2. If you take net work, then also it is correct. If you take net work, then also it is correct. h1 minus h2 is a turbine work, and h1 minus h, it should be hf4. Okay, h1 minus hf4 is a heat supplied. h1 2802 minus 2013 is h2, again 2802 minus 251.5 will get 0.3093 or 30.93%. The condenser heat flow. Now the condenser is working across point 2 and 3, that is h2 minus h3 is a heat rejected in a condenser in kilojoule per kg. Now total heat rejected, if you want to find total heat rejected, multiply it with the mass flow rate. Then m dot is equal to h2 minus hf3. M dot is 9.5, h2 is 2013, hf3 251.5. We get 16734.25 kilowatt. This is the heat rejected, and we have calculated value of x2 in the first expression, and the value of x2 is 0.747, that is 74.7% is a dryness fraction. Now remaining problem